yesterday. I don't know if it's taking the chemicals out of where they resealed the track or what, but man, y'all look fast as hell out there. The track looks good. Y'all look awesome. Hope everybody had a good day yesterday. Today should be even better. Got great weather. Very blessed. Again, thank y'all for coming out. I hope everybody's car is good. Hope everybody has a great day, great competition. Super excited. We're going to go ahead and turn it over to Zach. We're going, like I said, try to keep it a little short this morning so everybody can get their cars ready and start getting out there and get a little practice under the belt.
All right. A couple things to update from yesterday, like questions I got. Chase cars, when you come up to stage, if you want to hang back like a half a car, you're more than welcome to. I should have addressed that yesterday before we got into practice. Lead cars, we are putting you all in the same spot. There's a crack in the asphalt right there, right where the tent starts. Your front wheel will be there to lead the line for every battle this afternoon. If you're calling a 5-minute timeout, you have to tell somebody on the team. For today, that'll be Alex, he'll be at the track exit. Or purple shirts today, he'll be right there. Or Webb. Webb will be up in the burnout box. If you don't tell one of those two, and they radio me and let me know you're calling a 5-minute timeout, and you're working on the car, I'm assuming you didn't let us know. Yes.
Can the spotter tell the judges since we'll be next to the judges? No.
Because there may be a run going on in that while we're trying to.
With the liaison, you guys have.
I don't have one. I'll get there. Give me a second.
Oh, Greg.
Well, now I got to run from there up there. That's what I'm saying. I'm the spotter. I got to run from there to there.
Pump the brakes, dude.
I'm not gonna tell them to get out the car.
Give me a second. Oh.
Give me a second, dude.
Issues that arise that there's a gray area, or that for some reason we just missed in the rule book, are still at our team's discretion to make a judgment call on. Does everybody understand that?
Say it again.
So there was a couple things yesterday that, like, I had a gentleman who broke in the burnout box and touched his car to work on it. I forgot to put something in the rule book to cover that.
Got it.
It was my mistake. However, we're pretty reasonable people. We'll work with you and always trying to find a solution that makes everybody happy. But if there's nothing in it, it is still at our discretion to make a judgment call on that. Is everybody clear on that? And then the calls are final. I'm not going to argue it for 3 hours. Okay? We're really reasonable people. I don't think we've intentionally tried to, get over on anybody. But we're not perfect. We've made mistakes. It's only year 2. We're still working on things. All right. Grid procedures, same thing as yesterday for the light. I'm gonna pull you in, we'll stop the lead car, we'll stop the chase car, we'll make sure you're both good, turn our back to you, we'll hit the light. Light goes off, lead car, you have to go. Is everybody clear on how that part of the light works?
So they have to leave as soon as it goes off.
As soon as the light goes off, you have to leave. However, I did have drivers that asked me a couple times yesterday to watch them leave the line if it was okay. I did not see anything yesterday that I would say was like somebody playing games, not good enough, not quick enough, whatever the case may be.
You guys are moving out.
Yeah, everybody was pretty much moving out, but I also watched every run all day yesterday. So if you do something different today than you did yesterday, assume I will restart you. Yes. So I will have Steve over right here in the first turn. He has 2 yellow flags. They're pretty easy to see. I'll call the restart from the line. He's going to go crazy with them in the first turn. Where the latest initiation cone is, he'll be about 20 feet into the field on the left. Is that good for everybody?
Yep.
And I'll have him out there for a couple of the practice runs for some of you guys. Just, if it's hard to see coming in, just let me know and we'll move him somewhere else.
Be heads up, don't waste your tires on a run. You shouldn't.
Hit it.
Is there any way to maybe put an additional guy, or maybe just him, in the grass spot right here? So that way we're coming to the touch and go, you're kind of staring directly at him. I'm not necessarily looking to the left when I'm going down the run-up.
Probably give one of the volunteers a flag too and just have them do a secondary, if that'd be okay with everybody.
Good call, Pat. That was a good one.
For practice today, please be mindful on the grid. Pay attention. We're a much smaller practice window today, and I had a lot of guys that I understand qualifying was last night, but just wanted to do solo runs the whole practice time. I think today you guys only have an hour. I'll do like the first 20 minutes of solo runs. After that, we're going tandem. If you don't want to like go bang doors, that's cool. Leave the gas.
Yeah, man.
Well, it's tandem practice. Can't we just go right into tandem practice?
Yeah,
Let's get our
I'm-
full hour. There's no reason to do solo runs today. You shouldn't be here if you're doing solo runs.
I'm with that.
I'm just the asshole.
Let's go.
We're ready.
I mean, I'm cool with it if you guys are cool with it.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
go right
go.
into tandem practice.
Fuck the tractor.
Try not to have a like 10-car lead line. Let's go. Wait, no, the chase line usually is
No, we're not going to do that this time. Like, when Chris pulls you in, we're going left, you're going right. I'm not asking, we're just going. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll try and make everybody get as much lead and chase time as possible, but I'm not doing like the whole market thing, trying to keep track of everybody. We're just going to go for it. When you pull in, please make it very clear that you're ready. The head nod, like I didn't have a problem with the thumbs up with the head nods yesterday, just something to keep in mind. Restarts off the line. Like I just said, I'm calling him from the line. Chris is also up there to be my second set of eyes. If we have to restart you, you get 3 shots at it. If I have to restart you 3 times, you just automatically lose that run. We'll flip it and you'll go to the chase position or lead position, whatever it was.
How are we gonna get back to the line?
Just
like-
loop back through the center.
And then like try and work through the crowd, or like what are we gonna?
Well, the burnout box will be stopped behind the exit.
Okay,
We're doing
okay.
battles this time, so there's not going to be like a line of cars up to the box, so it'll be clear all the way through. Okay, protests. I'm just going to go ahead and cover this one now too. Protests are not going for the judges tower this year. I'm not even giving the forms out. The forms will be with me and Chris on grid. That's why there's 2 of us up there. If you want to protest it, you're going to bring me the $250. I'm going to hand you a form. You're going to fill the form out. You're going to bring it back to me. Yeah, because you better be daggone sure that you're protesting something that's worth it. Last year we had like an event where basically every battle was protested for no reason. We've overturned 1 call. If you're confident, you'll get the money back. Just be sure.
Are you as a team? Are you preferring that the driver protest?
The driver wears +1. That was put on like his free band. Just don't
So a
send the
spotter.
Yeah, spotter can do it. Just don't send the whole team up to.
That's threatening.
Like, there's only 2 of us, and do not come at me mad. Do not come at me hostile. I'll just ignore you until you chill out. But like I said, I understand the price is high, but I've also got 3 drones flying, 1 overhead drone. I've got like 9 camera angles. They have access to all of them.
That's awesome.
You better be really sure because we're not using your cell phone footage. One more time battles this year, or a full-time battle for anybody who for some reason didn't read the rule book. They can go as many times as they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have to do it one more time and you want to change tires, we'll allot you the time to do that. And then the last thing I have is there is 0 reason for any spotter or driver once battles start to approach that judge's tower without going through me on grid first. Your team goes up there and yells, they do something with them, whatever, you're automatically getting disqualified. Is everybody very, very clear on that one? Go through me or Chris on the grid before you go to the judge's tower for any reason. You will be disqualified. Is there any questions not related to judging stuff before I turn it over to them? Okay, yeah.
Now for practice, I've noticed like sometimes in the lead follow lane before the burnout box, you'll do a burnout warm up or whatever, then someone will swap lanes, like deciding to follow. Like I was waiting in the follow lane, but now I want to lead. Is there a way to?
Yeah, they're not doing that today. I'm only sending 4 cars up. Like I'll have him send 4 cars in a row to the burnout box. When you guys come up, I'm going here, you're going there, and we'll just keep track of it. There is no like, we're not doing that kind of stuff. Anything else? My gentlemen that have buy runs, my top 9, we're going to give you the option to take the buy run. However, you're all taking them or none of you are taking them. I fixed it. I just fixed it. You still have a buy run. I didn't knock out the dudes that 0-0 that much, but it's been up. So the 9 of you that have buy runs, I know Brandon's one of them. Do you want to take it? Taylor? You don't want to take it. All right. Alec, Dirk, or Rome. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
We're not taking them? We're not taking them?
We're leading up to you, but I'm not letting like 3 dudes take it and 5 dudes not. Like either everybody's taking them or
I'm
nobody's.
down to take it.
Boom, there's the curve.
Alright, if you're
But I
in the
got
top 9
outvoted, right?
qualifiers and you want to take the buy run, raise your hand.
I like a little competition.
Raise your hand.
What's up? Yeah, keep it up. Drift more.
Yeah, stay
Go drifting.
I got 2 that want to, 7 that don't.
That's what I'm saying. We got outvoted.
We're not taking the buy runs for the top 9. We'll see you guys in the top 3. I'm going to turn it over to the judges from here on out.
A and B the same as yesterday.
Yes, A and B the same as yesterday.
Just the it's already close.
We gotta figure, hey, we can't hear anything.
Basically Drew.
It's the snake. Everybody hustles up. Hey, don't say you can't hear if you're talking. So let them talk real quick, so everybody hears.
Obviously, you are going to blast down this like your life depended on it, down the straightaway. You're going to initiate, which is technically a slowdown zone. Where it gets tricky is some guys were slowing down right after initiation and then floating out via e-brake to the first outer zone, which we're not going to dock you for because that's how some people are driving this course. If there is a major slowdown between the braking zone where your initiation starts and here, that will be a problem because that is causing a problem for the car behind you. You don't want to slow down. The guys that got the most points last night were initiate, and they were on throttle halfway in between here. Some guys were on throttle when they were at those cones, which was unbelievable. So it can happen, and those guys were rewarded for doing that. We don't want to see any major slowdowns other than the initiation. You can maintain your speed, but do not be slowing down further or abruptly until you're accelerating, which should be right after initiation. So is everybody pretty clear on that?
Yeah, go fast.
Yes, go fast.
Yeah.
Initiate.
I want,
Back on the gas.
yes,
It's good.
do what you're supposed to do.
We expect to slow down on initiation, and after that, it should be pretty smooth.
Go time.
No
That's good.
abrupt changes.
And most of you were doing that yesterday. So as long as you do what you did yesterday, don't change, don't check up, don't make huge braking movements. So you're accelerating, you hit the enter, then there's another small slowdown zone for the touch and go. Same thing. Enough, not overdoing it. You don't need to come to a stop because that's not what this is. It's touch and go. You get there and then you get out. It's a quick movement. So this is a very small braking zone. Then it's acceleration from that point all the way around. I know that I messed that part up a little bit.
So is that the new track? That's the new layout.
I mean, it could be, I guess.
Set a skirt back through here, boys.
Yeah, new layout.
You are full throttle, and again, the most points that were garnered by the guys that got the high scores
Google
were
Maps, bro.
acceleration about 15 feet past that last cone, and then using the car's angle to slow down and not have a lot of braking, left foot, any kind of slowdown right there. They were using the car to angle in and set themselves at the next outer zone. So that is a decel zone, but again, it's a really small one. You should still be accelerating after that to get yourself out there in the first place in a proper way. You don't want to be holding e-brake all the way out there because that's a major correction.
gun is not a D cell, it's a lift zone.
It is, and it's that's why it's a really small bar.
Like
because we don't want to see a lot of braking there. We don't want to see the front end of the car drop there. We don't want to see wheels just locked and you going out to the tipping thing. It's just not. It's not what we want to see.
Some people are using a very small amount of e-brake to get into that zone,
which is
to
perfect.
get set up, which is fine.
That's fine. You can get yourself there. Don't make any major changes there because you weren't doing it yesterday. And nobody was doing it wrong right there. It's just, don't change what you were doing yesterday. You guys were killing it. So, otherwise, it's full acceleration all the way through and not spinning out in this area here.
Also,
any questions on that?
For the zones, all the outer zones, would you rather see more angle and less speed, or less angle and more speed? Because that was something I didn't get clear yesterday.
well, some people are running with big angle and we're going fast.
So if you have like
But cars can't, not every car can do that.
yeah, so what would be in my best interest to do?
Your best interest is going to be to go as fast as you can, holding as much angle as you can. If you try to over-angle your car, you're going to go really slow, and you're not going to make the whole turn.
You need to be filling the zones. Like,
Yes,
whatever
more
you
important
need
to
to
do
do
that.
to fill the zones, like, it's going to be very important. Because the lead laps are going to be extremely important in this competition.
Basically, today is comp, obviously, so we're going to be comparing lead to lead and follow to follow. So if your lead line sucks and you're way offline, but the other guy kills it on his lead, then obviously you're at a disadvantage.
Well, I'm saying like if your line's perfect, but your angle is just a little lacking, is that something that's going to be dusted on you?
It'll be fine. Like, depending on what the other car does, like, you'd have to chase them still.
Yeah. Basically, run your qualification line, run a 100-point run as your lead, pretend that the car's not behind you, and you're going to do absolutely fine. You want to get the highest qualification score that you can during your lead run. And then you swap, and your job is now different. Now you're doing what he's doing. So if you're putting down a good lead run, it's going to be a good follow run, and vice versa. So that's what we want to see. And lead runs will be important, because a lot of runs are going to come down to lead run, from what I've seen.
Essentially fast at moderate angle. Fast.
Drive your car as fast.
Stay in drift.
Yeah.
If you're running big angle and you're missing zones, like, you're setting yourself up for failure. So if you're filling the zones with less angle, it's going to be better. But there are parts of the track that are difficult to fill if you don't drive with big angle. So if you don't do the correct transitions and stuff, it's hard to fill. So whatever you need to do to have the best lead zone.
Will, we can't hear you, man.
Whatever you need to do to have the best lead run that you possibly can throw down.
Yeah, copy that. Every run. You're good.
Yeah, and standard competition rules, no passing unless it's a safety issue, which, I mean, there really shouldn't be any spots that could happen. Straightening, tires opposite drift, like stopping.
Dirt drops, 2 wheels off is going to be a 0. It has to be clear to us that you're two tires off and if we receive it to give you a 0, but we will if we see it.
2 tires off is 0. We have to have that clear cut, and we have people watching to make sure and correlate, because every time somebody tire dropped yesterday, we asked, were they 1 tire off, 2 tires off? We saw 1. They would confirm, and we would move on with our lives. It's going to be the same thing today. Were there 2 tires off? Were there 1 tire off? Okay, we're good. Move on. Just a deduction, or just a 0. But I don't think there were any 2 tire off. Maybe 1.
No, Nate went pretty deep.
My bad.
Same thing also as yesterday, the lead car has the right of way going down the straightaway. You need to give him space.
Oh
in
yeah,
case
I
he
definitely
wants
had 2
to
tires off.
use,
Sure. I remember that.
I got photo evidence of that.
Evidence.
Oh, if the pro car stands out and gets a 0, the lead car still has to finish their complete lap. If they spin out on entry and you spin out at the end, like, you're both getting a 0 for that lap.
Finish your runs.
Yeah. That said, if the lead car spins out, the follow car does not have to finish the run. It's basically over at that point. Yeah, but
Well, you don't know if it's a zero turn.
yeah,
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, if you
it's
see.
risky though, because if we can't see it, it might confirm it.
Yes, we're not confirming while the run's happening. We wait until afterwards.
Yeah.
Pretty much you initiate, you see somebody like half the car off.
Yeah, if they're if they initiate into the sticks, yeah, you don't want to. There's no reason to continue.
Same with like a straighten, I wouldn't risk it. If they have a straighten, like I wouldn't just assume it's a zero and shut it down.
Is it okay to keep drifting though? Like if the
it's-
dude enters and goes off
safe.
track, can you still finish the run?
If it's safe,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, the crowd would enjoy that.
Yeah, but then if you mess
Yeah, don't
up,
spin, don't-
how does that work?
Yeah,
Then
then
you
you
continue as the chase car, you say as the lead car. If the chase car continues and then fucks
then I
up-
spin out.
We're getting into situational things
The
here.
run's
That's
basically
competition.
over.
Don't suck that.
This is a question for him.
He's gonna keep going.
Figure out help you out.
But you don't want to.
Alright, let me rephrase.
I should have won. I don't
Stop the race. I can just my grass. Do I get a portion?
Alright, the hypotheticals.
The D-cell map will be on the Facebook page within 30 minutes to 45 minutes, an hour. We're making it right now, so
This is going to be better than mine.
yeah. 2 scale.
Yeah, I could have posted that one.
They shared it on Facebook.
Any other questions on specific things?
Yeah, well, I'll do. We'll just move it up 10 minutes. We'll just do 9:40 to 10:40, 10:40 to 11:40, and then we'll bounce back like 10 minutes. Put us on target.
Any other major questions for tandems? Any other major questions for judging concerns?
If you have it, ask it now.
Fantastic, thank you.
Dan, practice the same as yesterday, yeah?
Thank you guys, I'm excited. Woo!